I talked about it in the Xfinity Series playoff preview. Brandon Jones' best track in the playoffs is Kansas. He converted there with a big win, locking himself into the round of 8 in the Xfinity Series playoffs. Something I was wrong about, though, Chase Elliott making it through the Toyota implosion on that last restart, punching his ticket into the round of 8 with his second win of 2025. Starting off at the Hendrick Motorsports teammate battle, Chase Elliott now 1 back of William Byron, 2 back of Kyle Larson, so a very tight battle with these guys still with only 5 races left on the season. Kyle Larson getting inside the top 10 in 6th. William Byron also in the top 10, 9th place run for the 24 car. Alex Bowman down in 28th position in this one today. Just 4 top cars for the 48 car. The only Hendrick car not in the playoffs anymore. It was a 2-3-4 for Joe Gibbs Racing today. Denny Hamlin tied with Christopher Bell again for the lead here at the Joe Gibbs Racing teammate battle, 10-10. Chase Briscoe 2 behind those guys. He finished in 4th place today. Only Joe Gibbs Racing car not inside the top 5. Ty Gibbs with a 25th place finish. Just 3 top cars on the season for Ty. Both Hamlin and Bell with chances to win that race at different points on that green-white checkered restart. Hamlin with no power steering, almost having a perfect race. He won both stages, had the fastest lap point, in the end losing it in the final corner. The other guy that lost it in the final corner, though, Bubba Wallace in the 23 car, he fell all the way back to 5th position there. 2 spots ahead of his teammate Tyler Reddick, keeping the Reddick family in our thoughts this weekend. Both those guys getting inside the top 10. Reddick now just 1 up on Bubba Wallace for the top car battle here, 15-14. Riley Herbst just 2 top cars on the season, but another solid day for him, 22nd place. Starting to churn out some better finishes here in the 35 car. That's all you can really ask for. Riley's not tearing stuff up. Definitely a day where you wonder what could have been for that 23 car coming out of the final corner. I think if Denny Hamlin could do it over again, he probably would. Brad Keselowski is the lone RFK car inside the top 10 today, 8th place run for Keselowski. Of course, Buescher has already locked up this teammate battle, but Keselowski has broken his tie with Ryan Preece, now up 8-7. Buescher finishing in 15th in this one, Ryan Preece in 26th after making some contact with John Nemechek earlier in this race. To Trackhouse Racing now, we have Shane Van Gisbergen with his first top 10, not on a road course, his first oval top 10. Huge result for that 88 car. I'm sure they are very pumped in that camp. 1 spot behind him in 11th position, Ross Chastain in the 1 car. He, of course, has this teammate battle locked up at 15. Suarez and Shane Van Gisbergen now tied 8-8, so going to be a good battle between those 2 guys, especially with another road course on the schedule. Suarez down in 17th, so all 3 Trackhouse cars inside the top 20 today. Back-to-back decent runs for Ross Chastain in the 1 car here, just not where he needs to be in the playoff standings. That we'll talk about a little bit later. Todd Gilliland leading the charge at Front Row Motorsports today with a 12th place run. He has broken his 8-8 tie with Noah Gragson, now up 9-8. Zane Smith has almost clinched this teammate battle. He is 5 up on Todd Gilliland with 5 races left, but a crazy ride for that 38 car getting up on the wall, similar to what we saw with Martin Truex Jr. at a Busch Series race a long time ago. Hopefully he is okay. That was a tough hit back on the racetrack. Noah Gragson, a great qualifying run, was looking pretty strong in the first part of this race, taking some damage on one of those restart wrecks. He finishes in 23rd position. Ty Dillon surviving the carnage. He finishes in 13th position, now just 1 back of AJ Allmendinger in the top car battle here, 16-15, so this one coming down right to the wire. AJ Allmendinger did not survive the carnage. 36th place for the 16 car. This one is still up in the air, could go either direction here in the final 5 races. Michael McDowell has tied himself back up with Carson Hocevar for the teammate lead at Spire Motorsports, 12-12. Jocelyn Haley with 7 on the season. Technically, he could tie these guys, and it could be a 12-12-12 tie. Going to be cool to see if that can happen. He was 4 spots behind McDowell on the racetrack today, but in the top 20. Carson Hocevar down in 29th today after getting spun out towards the end of this race. McDowell inside the top 15, so pretty decent day for 2 of the 3 Spire Motorsports cars. Eric Jones staying alive in the Legacy Motor Club teammate battle here now, 3 races back on John Nemechek, 17-14. 16th place run for Jones. John Nemechek taking a big hit in that accident that caught Zane Smith into the wall there. Back-to-back weeks with hard hits for the number 42 car. He got lapped, he got into the wall, but nonetheless, Kyle Busch coming home with a top 20 finish in 19th spot. He is 3 up on Austin Dillon here, so this one still very close. Austin Dillon in 27th position today. 14 top cars on the season for the 3 car. 17-14 with 5 races remaining. Again, another one that could go either direction. Kyle Busch been very hot and cold this year. Inside the top 20 today, though. Cole Custer grabbing his 7th top car of the season in 20th position here. Top 20 for Cole Custer. Great run for that 41 car that hasn't had a whole lot to celebrate this year on the Cup side. He was the only driver from the single car teams to finish this race under power. Josh Berry, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Cody Ware all DNFing in this one. Stenhouse one up on Berry 12-11 in the top car battle here, so another one that could go down right until the end. Hard hits for a few guys on this list this weekend. And last but not least, they talked about it a lot in the broadcast of the Team Penske cars starting in the back, all three of them finishing towards the back as well. Joey Logano 22nd, he gets his 10th top car of the season. 24th place for Ryan Blaney, 30th for Austin Cindric. Didn't really see any replays about what happened to the 22 and the 12. They were both around the top 15 on that final restart, of course, most of the action, and the cameras were following that battle for the lead. Those guys both losing a few positions. I'm sure there was a whole lot of carnage back in the pack. Neither of those guys cracking the top 20 today. Of course, the 12 car already locked into the next round thanks to his win last weekend at New Hampshire. All right, now to take a look at the cut line. Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, the two drivers locked into the next round. Plus 54 for Kyle Larson. That's a few stage points, and he's all good. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, William Byron, all above plus 40, so those three guys are in pretty comfortable positions here. Play it smart, get those stage points in the first stage, and they should be pretty good to move on. Briscoe plus 21, that's a pretty comfortable position to be in. Logano plus 13 on Ross Chastain. I think everyone behind Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Austin Cindric are all in must-win situations. It is totally possible, though, for Chastain to make up 13 points on Joey Logano, so I think that's really the only good battle we're going to see here, unless we see an early problem from Briscoe or one of the Byron, Bell, and Hamlin guys. Pretty spread out on the cut line here, though. Like I said, only one driver within 25 points of a playoff position. All right, to the manufacturers table here now. Toyota getting just their fourth win in the NASCAR Xfinity Series this year. 26 on the season for Toyota, but Chevrolet finally taking the lead back from Toyota at the Cup Series level. 13 wins in the Cup Series for Chevrolet, 12 for Toyota. Ford only has 12 wins the entire season across all three series, the Trucks, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series. Taking a look back at the drivers to win this race in the Gen 7 car, this is the fall race, of course. Two of the three guys missed the playoffs, of course, Ross Chastain last year, and then 2 years ago, Bubba Wallace in the 45 car. Both had pretty decent seasons, though, double digits in the top 10 category for both guys. Tyler Reddick, though, the only guy to make the playoffs. This was his second win of 2023. He made it to the round of 8. Of course, Chase Elliott is already locked into the round of 8 thanks to this victory, so going to be exciting to see if Elliott can beat that and make it into the Final Four. Just one Uncharted car this weekend, J.J. Yaley. He came home in 34th position, got spun out there by Carson Hocevar at one point in the race. Otherwise, thought he stayed out of the way pretty good. Nice to see J.J. Yaley back, and nice to see NY Racing back after they missed the previous 3 races. To the pole winners category, Chase Briscoe getting his 7th pole of the season. Like we've talked about, totally dominant in this category. He has a 4-pole lead on SVG, only 5 races left. Almost got this locked up for the 19 car. Been super fast in qualifying. All that time in the sim that Briscoe has been talking about, definitely been playing into their favor here. They have been unloading very fast at these tracks where we don't get a whole lot of practice. 16 pole winners through 31 races. To the stage winners, as we mentioned, Denny Hamlin with the stage sweep today. He jumps over Chase Briscoe to 4th on this list with 6 stage wins in 2025. Blaney 1 back on Larson, Byron 2 back on Larson, so totally possible for a few guys at the top of this list to overtake Kyle Larson. Going to be a good battle to see if anyone can make it to 10 stage wins in 2025. To the stage points top 10, we were so close to a change at the top of this list. Ryan Blaney now just 1 point back of William Byron, 271 to 270, so going to be a great battle between those two guys through the final 5 races. Larson earning a good chunk of stage points today, keeping himself in the conversation here, but would need to have a couple of really good races while the 12 and 24 miss a few stage points. Denny Hamlin with his 20 stage points today, the 4th driver to break the 200 mark, now at 215. Bubba Wallace also looking at the 200 mark here before long. Chase Elliott jumping his Hendrick teammate Alex Bowman, 160 stage points on the season for the 9 car. Briscoe now tied with Bowman for 9th position at 152. Denny Hamlin leading 159 laps of this one. He jumps Ryan Blaney back for 4th position on the lap sled top 5. 3 of the other guys on this was leading laps today, though. Chase Briscoe in the 19 car leading 19 laps. Both Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney in front for just 1 lap today, so 4 of the guys in the top 5 leading laps today at Kansas. To the Xfinity fastest lap standings now, Denny Hamlin adding 1 to his already 3-point lead. Now up 4 over Kyle Larson with just 5 races left, so Hamlin almost closing this one out. They've always been towards the top 5 of the fastest lap if they haven't gotten it. Only 12 drivers through 31 races, though, so this has not been as spread out as things like poles or stage wins. To the rookie of the race now, Shane Van Gisbergen with that top 10 finish, now up 5 on Riley Herbst in this category, 18-13. Just 5 races left in the season, so Riley Herbst would have to go perfect to tie Shane Van Gisbergen. Of course, we are at the Charlotte Roval next weekend, so Shane Van Gisbergen will have a great chance to put this one away, getting that 19th rookie of the race and locking this one up. A pair of 2s in the points movers, Michael McDowell moving up 2 positions in points, going from 25th to 23rd. AJ Allmendinger going from 23rd to 25th. He is tonight's biggest loser. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. also lost 2 positions in the points, dropping from 28th to 30th in the 47 car. A few guys adding to their numbers today on this DNF list, but most importantly, Cody Ware tying Daniel Suarez at the top of this list, 9 DNFs for these guys. Who's going to be the first one to hit double digits? Is it Daniel Suarez? Is it Cody Ware? Should be a good battle between those 2 guys. Of course, Bubba Wallace at 8, and then a bunch of guys at 7, so still a few guys who could hit 10 on this list. Definitely looking at the 99 or the 51 car to see who's going to have the most DNFs in 2025. And last but not least, we got the Brock Beard last car standings. Cody Ware getting his second last car finish of the season. Wasn't really his fault, that tire blew out on him. Nonetheless, he's the only driver on this list with 2 last place finishes. 3 drivers at the top with 3 apiece, Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, and Josh Berry. And then a bunch of guys with a single last place finish, so very spread out through the field, 24 drivers through 31 races. Thanks so much for watching.